Okay, so the new progression update is finally out for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and for the most part I am impressed. The question is this enough to save Star Wars Battlefront 2 from the mess it was in beforehand? Now, I don't need to get into the mess that the game was in at launch. However, for those of you who are a bit unaware of what's going on here, basically the game was paid to win at the start. Over the course of from November to March, they've been revamping the progression system, and now you actually progress the more you play and not how much money you spend on the game. And most of you know how I've been with Battlefront 2. I've been complaining a lot, I've been saying what the game is getting wrong, and that's only because I care really. I don't just hate on the game for no reason. I want it to succeed, and I've been doing a lot of complaining, and for once here with the progression update, I'm satisfied. I really do feel like EA and DICE have listened to the fans for once. As usual, I streamed Battlefront 2 last night, and I have to say it was one of the most fun streams I have done in a long time on the channel. I just actually felt like I was progressing in the right way. I was getting star cards a lot easier, but still having to work towards them, and that is something I really loved. But I think we have to remember here, now this isn't me complaining, I'm just stating the obvious here, I'm stating the facts for you all. This progression system should have been in the game at launch, so now, 5 months later, is it enough to actually keep people playing the game? Now, I think a positive we can actually take from this, as I stated, is that EA and DICE have clearly listened to us. I would say if we had to list 3 things that us fans have asked for, these would be the things. We've got the progression, which they've done now, they've mastered that, which is fantastic. We've got the skins, or the cosmetic customization, which is coming in April. And then finally, we've got Season 2, which everyone wants to be Clone Wars. People have been begging for that Clone Wars content, including myself. Now, this is where they can really turn things around now. Progression is out, that's good. Hopefully, the best way for them to do it here would be to get the cosmetic customization out early April. Please don't wait till like mid-April or end of April. Get it out early for us all to enjoy. But here's the thing, as I said, the progression should have been in at launch, and still a lot of you have been asking me in the comments section of my videos and on my streams where Season 2 is. That is what most of you are still waiting for. This progression should have been in at launch, and really, is it enough to keep players actually coming onto Battlefront daily? Now, here's a little game plan I had in mind. Obviously, this probably won't happen because I don't work for EA or DICE, so I don't know what their future plans are. But they could do it like this. So bring out the skins early April along with a roadmap, and then a few days later, maybe start the overdue Season 2, which could possibly be Clone Wars. I think it's going to be Clone Wars. I don't really see the point of it being a solo DLC. I mean, what would be the point in reviving the game with the progression system, if it has revived the game that is, and then just killing the game off with a solo season? I don't see that happening. So early April, do the skins, do a roadmap for the next 3 months, which is obviously the next quarter, April, May, June, and then do the Clone Wars season. Then in May, do a solo season if that's what they are planning on doing for Season 3, I don't know, or maybe just add in a few solo skins that we can work towards in-game or buy with real money. That could potentially work here because I do believe for this game to properly get back on track, we don't just need a progression system that should have been in at launch, we need Season 2 as well. But there are issues here, and I hate to say it, big issues, and this is all to do with glitches in the game. Once again, every single patch there seems to be these glitches that I don't understand how they get into the game in the first place, how these things aren't noticed by the developers. But this time round, we've got things such as slow blaster heroes, which is just really irritating in heroes versus villains. There's also black screens when you go in a vehicle, for example, you just can't see where you're going whatsoever. And then finally, we've got lag. I know people are going to say in the comments, I can see it now, it's just your internet. Trust me, it's not my internet, I don't have these issues with anything else. A lot of people are reporting this lag, and I would say it's got worse in this update than it's ever been before. Also, something that's really annoyed me, and something I just can't comprehend to be honest, is Darth Maul and his saber throw. Now, most of you will know Darth Maul is my favourite villain on the entire game, and his saber throw for some reason doesn't do any damage whatsoever now. It's completely useless now. I'm not a game developer, so please do correct me in the comments section because I don't have much knowledge on how these things work and stuff like that. But how on earth can Darth Maul's saber throw all of a sudden do no damage when he's not been touched in the patch whatsoever? I really don't get that, to be honest. And then there's also, as I said, the slow heroes. This is just beyond me, to be honest, how this has got into the game. Did none of the developers notice that the heroes weren't moving as fast as they should be before the patch went out? It is just something like this with the heroes. Like, come on, everybody uses heroes. How did they not notice this? It makes me think, do they test their patches? I mean, they must do to a certain extent, but do they do a proper test of these patches or these updates before they go out? Because things like this just shouldn't be in the game, and it's really ruining what was my favourite game mode, Heroes vs Villains. It is sad because, first of all, HVV is my favourite game mode. For starters, I don't think the heroes and villains are balanced. I think the villains are so much better. Then we had the glitch where games wouldn't start, it always got stuck on one player needed, which I think has been fixed to an extent. But now you've just got slow heroes running about. It really does just ruin the experience, and I don't want to play it. However, an opportunity does come from these mistakes. Now, we all know how long these patches take to come out. Usually it's about a month, just to fix really simple fixes, to be honest. However, this is where the opportunity is. Basically, they can surprise us here, just like they surprised me and a lot of others with the progression system and how they listen to the fans. They could fix these issues within, let's say, a week. I know there's the whole approval situation. They've got to get Lucasfilm, Disney, EA, I don't even know anymore, to approve the patches, and that takes forever. But if this game is going to survive, then we need more frequent patches. The reason that Fortnite is succeeding so much at the moment is because of the amount of updates they get, everything like that. If Battlefront wants to compete, if it wants to get back to the top, they really need patches a lot more frequently. So to finish off, do I think the new progression system has saved Battlefront 2? I do think it's a step in the right direction. It has definitely brought a lot of players back, and Season 2, along with more frequent updates, is really going to get this game back on track, I would say. It may sound like I'm complaining here, I'm really not. I have to say EA and DICE have earned a little bit of respect off me, but still, for these glitches and stuff, they just need to sort it out or the game's not going to get anywhere. I understand there's always going to be glitches and updates, but some of these are just so prominent and easy to see. I don't know how they make it into the updates. I just still can't get over that. But things are looking up for this game, and now I actually look forward to streaming the game a lot more because I know I can progress in the right way. It is a step in the right direction, and hats off to you really, EA and DICE. You have surprised me, you have surprised a lot of other players as well, and it's looking up. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do hope you enjoyed, and don't worry, if EA makes some more mistakes, who knows, I will be the first to complain about it. And if they make some more good decisions, I will be the first to praise them. I want this game to do well, and hopefully it does.